watch another video. This one is about the moment a lady found out that she was adopted. That's pretty sad, and you could see the big confusion on her face. This did not happen here. It happened in the international world, of course, but we had to take it out. I'm certain a lot of people are going through these things, looking for their parents, their father, their mothers, especially orphans. Some of them knows that their parents probably abandoned them or dropped them, you know, maybe with their siblings, their fathers. And I've seen situations in Nigeria whereby we have mothers taking care of their daughters' children, and you see those children calling someone they should call their grandmother. They are calling them auntie or mom. Then their mom is the auntie. So you understand, it's later in the future you find out that the woman they are calling auntie ends up coming back to say, I want my child. And at that point you start dragging the law with the grandmom or the mother. I don't even know, it's so confusing. But anyways, let's watch this video and we'll be right back. Let's watch a video where at the moment a lady just found that she was adopted. We'll be right back.
Audrey, when I was 16 years old, your grandmother took you from me and gave you to Angela. And you know what they did? Shipped me off. And they would never let me come back because, oh, no, Tony, come back. She's going to tell Audrey, I'm your real mother, okay? All these years, don't sister me. You can think it, but a lie, an omission is a lie as well. You're in on this. I'm not doing this more, okay? You're my daughter. You're my real daughter. You're my real daughter again. Right now, Audrey, you're going to do my real daughter. Angela was just there. Okay, they took you from me when I was 16. 16 years old.
You guys know about
all of them, and listen, we are not going to do this here. We are not going to do this. Oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Oh, baby, baby. You got to buy that life, girl. You got to that license. About that life. Like I said, let me tell you something. We're not going to do all these years. I've been taking care of you. I've been sending her money every month, every week, every time she asks for something.
All right, welcome back. Okay, let me just give a short explanation on this. Now, the person trying to tell the daughter that I am your mother, actually the grandmom, that is the girl's grandmom, took away, that's the mother, took away her child from her and, you know, held on to her. But for her, she thought she was going to, her mother was going to keep the child, let her go about her life, you know, make some money and come back home and maybe pick the child. But eventually she found out that the mother gave her baby to a relation, like a cousin or something, or a sister thereabout. And at that point, she didn't want to break their heart because they didn't have children. So she was her daughter was the only child to those family. And according to the child, you can see she even said, my family lied to me. She has not even gotten a hang of it that
I heard
that
when
is
was saying, you know about this?
Yes, yeah, she was asking, so you know about this. And what is surprising is the fact that the mother kept holding on, still accepting the fact that our own daughter is calling her auntie. But she couldn't take it anymore, and every time she wants to come and explain, they found a way to, you know, maneuver her. And, you know, but this time around, I think she said she was coming from church. It was a long story. She's coming from church. She was like, no, she has to do what is right today. And she came to tell the daughter that this and this is what happened. Now, in situations like this, I know, see, this is very sad already, that girl, because she, as old as she is, she's still even believing that's her family. She said, my family lied to me. Of course, it's a family, but, you know. But what's your take on this situation whereby mothers tend to take over their children's child and probably hand it over or take care of them, and even the mothers sometimes will even tell their mother to lie to the child that they are auntie? I don't know, what would you say about that?
Yeah, basically the fault is not even the grandmother, because the daughter who gave birth to a child in the first place who could not take care of the child, you know, something, even in the Western world, they take it to give it to a foster parent or take it to the child's home, child's care and lots of that. So you coming to fight now is not...
no, the mother took the child from her. Yeah. She didn't hand out. They took the child from her. Yes, they said, they took you from me.
Okay, unless for that.
Well, so again, we may, sorry to cut in, Pastor James, we may not, from the video, we didn't get to see why they took the child from her. So
Or maybe a lifestyle or something, I don't know.
maybe at that point she was into drugs, so they couldn't leave the child with her.
True.
You know, at that point,
True.
maybe she was not in a
Right frame
financial
of
position
mind, yeah.
to take care of the child, so they took the child from her. So we don't know why. So all of that could come.
So
into
such circumstances could be a factor for them to have taken the child in the first place. And they need to look at the best thing for the child. They have to look for the environment, the best future for the child. So she now coming around to tell the child, you know, considering the child's psychology, it is going to affect the child because you are bringing out your family,
Who do I trust?
Who do I trust? Who are my family? You know, puts the child in a crisis, identity crisis, whereby I don't even know who I belong to. I don't know where I belong. Is it this family? Is it here or there? I know that thing. It affects. I've seen a family that has affected like that. It causes confusion. You know, even if it's not properly taken care of, the child, it can affect the child
Psychologically.
Yeah.
Marriage, as a family, you know, and a lot of things.
She could even decide to even distance herself from both the
From
mother,
all,
every other person.
Now, the way to have addressed it is not to come and fight.
Facts, yes.
You know, there is a way you go back to your own mother, who will now call these parents, you know, these other family members that are taking care of the child, you know, and have a family, some form of meeting where, without the child first, all of these nitty-gritties would have been discussed, and then you agree on a time where, you know, another meeting where the child will not be available, where it is broken, the message is, you know, placed to her and all that. So it is the way it is, she's addressing it here. It's not the way she should have gone about it.
Well, very true. I know it's not the way she should have gone about it, but if I want to look at the video, because, well, I don't know. I'm just looking at it from a perspective of she is mother. So from her reaction, it's as though they've held her too long from actually revealing the truth to the girl. Maybe she tried talking to both parents, that the person taking care of the girl, or maybe the mother, but they keep, from the video, from the statement, it's as though they are always trying to just avoid her meeting the child and saying that thing. So it was unfortunate she barged in on them, because obviously they're coming from church, and you could hear where the husband was saying sister. So I think the husband and the woman are both brothers and sisters. So definitely they handed her child to her brother, and you could see the woman was ready for the fight. She was one that pulled the slippers and, you don't have to do this now, you don't have to. So she's not saying you can't do this now, it's you don't have to do this now, which means she has been trying. So I'm just taking the words from I don't know, I might be wrong, but
sometimes the bond of a mother to a child, you can't take that away.
Yeah.
At one in time, you want to identify with your child, you want to connect that bonding. And if it's not coming, you can go any length to
do that.
You know,
Yeah.
so, but basically, she's to look for the psychology. She still has to look at the psychology of the child.
Yeah.
And how the whole thing, because that can at one point neither be here or there. She can just scatter the whole thing.
Yeah, it can actually mess that child up, because even
definitely.
you could see the way she was looking, helter skelter, like, is she saying the truth? Did you know about this? You understand? So
You
if
have got even a counselor, a pastor,
that would
someone
break the news.
Yes.
Yeah.
That will intervene. So,
Anyways, for those who keep giving birth and handing them, well, I'm not saying to hand them to your mother. I think stop with this pretense of I'm your auntie. Then tomorrow you now come to the child and say I'm your mother.
your mother, yes,
Please
you
stop it.
confusing the child. You're confusing the
Stop
child.
confusing the child. You're confusing the child. Stop doing that. It's actually very wrong. You're not helping the child, and at the same time, you're not even probably going to build a good relationship with her or him. You're just going to, you've already bastardized it. I'm just going to use that word. Okay, let's go for the next topic. This one is, should couples talk about their past relationship while they are married? And my first question is, why do you want to talk about your past relationship when you are married and not while you're in a relationship? Let me start with you.
In fact, you have answered it. You should have talked about it while in relation, not when you get married. And it's important you do when you're in a relationship, so that because if you don't, and your partners get to find out from some other means, through some other means, or from some other sources, it will affect your relationship. It will make it difficult for this person to be able to trust you, especially if it is a situation that could affect the foundation of the marriage. You understand, or the relationship. So it's better you talk about it at the relationship level, that the person will know and take a decision as to, okay, I'm comfortable, there's no big deal, we can go ahead, or no, I can't cope with this is too much for me, or let's stop all of this here and now, and everybody goes their separate ways and they are happy. That to keep quiet on it, and you get married, and then somewhere along the line, perhaps now you're feeling like, okay, I know I should have told you this, I know I should have mentioned this, but I was not sure, but something in me is telling me to tell you, now I'm ready to tell you, and then you now tell the person, and then it's something that person cannot accept, not live with. It will affect the marriage.
It will definitely affect the marriage. Okay, all right. I want to bring it from this aspect of, like you said, he started the example, but he didn't finish it up. So I'm going to set the example of whereby a woman or a man has secrets that he or she knows that if I reveal this thing before the marriage, we will not get married. Like, you know, maybe the person has tried the first relationship, he or she, you know, revealed, it didn't work, they had to leave. Meet the second person, it didn't work. Maybe try like that on and on, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try me. A lot of people have been in so many relationships and their past keep haunting them. Now, at the end of the day, she just said, see, I'm tired of talking about my past. In fact, I'm not going to say anything. Let me just get married. And she's good. Just her past is the problem. Now she gets married, or he gets married, and in the marriage, one thing led to another, and it's time for her to reveal the truth. Or he should reveal the truth, and he tells, they tell themselves, okay, this is what happened at my past, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but all my previous relationships, I tried working out with them, but once they heard this, they ran away. At that point, what do you think should happen?
Basically,
it calls for a deep breath, actually.
you know, telling, you know, imagine as somebody with certain top secrets of your life that you have revealed even prior to the marriage is not something ideal. The Bible says, if the foundation will destroy, what can the righteous do? So that means you are building a marriage and this is a falsehood. You rather tell the person, let him make a choice. You know, I was counseling somebody 3 weeks ago, and she was telling me, I told my husband this, I told my husband double baggage at the same time. And the guy said, yes, I accept you. Double baggage. You just can't share it here. Double baggage. And the guy said, I accept you. I've never seen their love. Their kind of a love. It thrills me. The guy loves her. I asked her, you didn't know about this? He said, yes. You didn't know about it? He said, yes. Oh. You know, so you try several other people out there. They have somebody that way. But when you're imagining on the guy, oh, I have this kind of a terrible secret. It is really terrible. You have to really share it. It's not something that can affect the future. You know, sometimes you don't need to dredge in on all of the old story behind your past and last. So they can just give a brief of what the other partner can know, what happened in the past that affected you, so that it doesn't tread the same path. So, but if it's going to be top secret or a secret that affects your past, can have an implication on your present, you should share with your wife before the marriage, so that you don't just say, oh, I have a...
Also, I don't want to agree with this thing. This thing is just sounding so simple. Like, somebody has tried relationships, try revealing the past, and it keeps not working. And you know the funniest thing, let me tell you how sometimes I feel men are mad. At that point, when you tell them the secret, you know, whatever it is, you know, do you know, if you had told me, if you had told me before the marriage, you know, I would have even still married you like that. And we know it's a lie.
I told you one now.
No, that one is, see, that's why I said 1 in a million. So you want her to be there till she's 55, or he's there till she's 55. She's find her 1 in a million. Like, I'm sorry, but I do not agree with your system. You can't say some certain secret before marriage, but I want to hear your side of the story first.
That she's revealing, let's say she's revealing secrets in marriage, and then the man is not at the point where you should have told me this before we got married. And at that point, the man feels he was tricked into marriage by not being informed of this before marriage. So that is also from that point going to affect the
marriage. We apologize now, Abi. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, so she keep having broken courtship and broken as Lord of the Rings now.
Because as it is now, from this point, it might lead to the end of that marriage.
Because if the relationship was even there, he had what makes him believe that he will still take her? Okay, let's take for example, let's be putting a name to it. Maybe she did an abortion and she does not have a womb. Let's put it, that's one of the biggest ones that could actually ruin a marriage. Yes, let's accept that one. But how about a man that comes in the name of, I'm a Christian, pastor, so this one I'm directing this one to you. I'm a Christian. No, I don't want to touch you. I don't keep the bed undefiled. We're just going to get married and it's going to be all fun. And, you know, at the end of the day, the man knows that is impotent. He cannot even stand, talk more of even producing it. And lures the woman into marriage. And at the end of the day, they try. They will start looking for solutions. Then one day decide to open up and say, oh, babe, I'm sorry. I knew this is what happened. In fact, maybe he didn't even say so. But the lady had to find out herself. What will you say now? We're not doing movies.
No,
we are doing reality here.
This one, I have a case I once handled. This scenario you just painted. Now, the lady said she did not know until they got married that this man could not be a man in the room. So, why didn't you tell me? Well. So, of course, his mother knew of the situation. So was now telling the lady, as it is now, we give you the permission to go out there.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's coming from the mother-in-law. We give you the permission to go out, get pregnant, and bring the child home. You just tell anybody, you know. She didn't agree. Eventually, after dragging for years, I think she stayed in the marriage for like 5 years. Eventually, she had to leave. She had to leave. Now, you see, that is a marriage built on the foundation of deception. That is something you should not even have gone into the marriage in the first place, because you know you have a problem. Go and deal with your problem first.
Got to know on the night of the wedding, and after the night of the wedding, when she discovered, it led to mental disorder for the lady. So it's a very, very deep thing that must be shared before
marriage. Now,
so that man will not start looking for who is.
Unless they agree, basis I am this impotent.
How many women want to agree that they are adding that is important?
To marry for economic empowerment.
I think what I'm going to draw a conclusion to this is, I don't know, maybe you can now disagree. Fine, it's fine. I think the conclusion is, fine. You can't even tell me all the while you both were dating, you were all truthful, you were all honest. In fact, there are some certain things that even at some point you probably have even cheated on her, or she has cheated on you without you knowing, but you guys got married eventually. And even while in that marriage, you can't even say you are even 60 to 70% very responsible in that relationship or in that marriage. At some point you will have some issues, some clash and all of that. So my drawing point is, why can't there be forgiveness and work things forward? Now, that other one, that the woman saying, the mother saying, go and do that, I don't agree. You could actually adopt children. There are orphanages, there are children that want to have a home.
For that situation, it's beyond adopting. It's one thing to be able to perform as a man and the woman not pregnant.
Okay,
that's a different thing.
So it's even easy for a woman that has no womb to be able to fall into the category of adoption than a man is impotent.
Yes, you can't function at all.
So we women, you guys are still.
The essence of the marriage is
so if the man can't perform at all, the solution is just let's adopt a child or adopt children.
Any secret that has
the woman in the marriage is being starved of sex. So,
and there is absolutely almost no way.
Any woman that starts of sex in a short time, the marriage will break. I've seen it over, not that I've seen it over and over again. Complaining to me. That's what I've been stopped.
But all these, but I'm so sorry. No, it's as if I want to shade women. But all these women that say they can't stay without sex, they are sex staff. Sure, they know that when they get to a certain age, they will not. Their body will not even call for it.
Even some bold people say they are. When I get to a certain age, even at that age, they still need it.
Yeah, but some persons, I'm even certain that there are some, it's just maybe now, but then you even see some people at their 60, they're not even thinking about about it again. They're thinking about their children.
And that's 60 years. Even Bible recommend at 60 you can go and cool down. But when they are still active,
Very active.
you know, and somebody is active and they know the husband is not there. So it's better she's free and she can make a choice.
Anyways, I say, like you said in movies, but we are not talking about movies, we're talking about reality.
This is the same thing that happens in long distance relationships. You know, you are married, the husband has to go and work abroad and is there 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and the woman is here. You know,
Expensive joke.
you know, these things, and then you expect that she should remain faithful. In quote, also, she's also expecting you, who has gone abroad.
No, but let me be honest. Most women, no, women ought actually know that those men cannot be faithful, being outside
Even
5 years.
80% of those women are not faithful.
No, I'm not even saying the women are not
100%
faithful.
Women is 80%.
Yeah, 100 is men. 100, they are not faithful. But it's just the fact that women would think, men would think that as they believe that, I know, even though you are telling me you're faithful, you're not faithful. Men will still believe. They want to believe. They want to enforce it that women must be faithful. Why are you people like that?
No, you just want to assume. You know, rather than painting the wrong thing in their head, you just want to assume everything is perfect.
So that's why it's important and necessary you find a way around balancing it. You know, if it's about, okay, I'm going for 1 year, I'll come home, we'll go together. Find
It
around.
can be 5 years looking for papers.
You see,
Oh, our time is almost up for the gas
that's
cost
another
off.
problem.
I'm so sorry. Apologies. Our time is already up. We have just 1 minute. Thank you very much, Abiodun, for joining the program. Thank you so much, Pastor James, for joining the program.